Hi guys, welcome. We're on Qtile, and there's a question on Discord about VirtualBox on Qtile. In previous video we've updated everything. So the new Pacman 7.0 is out, which in retrospect needed an update of the gits, of parugits, of octopi and pamac, right? Those four were needed an update. That's in the past now. The question is, can I do a Control F, so full screen, so that I use if I have something in the virtual machine, the VirtualBox. Can I do Control F and can I have, well, a full screen? In my case, 1920 on 1080. The thing is, first thing what I've done is go to my own scripts, so you can do as well. All you need to do is type something and put it there if you need to have it. So https github.com/ericdubois/ArcoLinux Nemesis. The ISOs we put out are not good for me, right? I've made them good for you, not good for me. So I run all these scripts, and the one that we need now is this one: install VirtualBox for Linux. Not Linux hardened, not Linux LTS, not Linux Zen, but just Linux. So I ran this one, just typing this in. Well, now he says nothing needs to be done because there is nothing to be done. Everything is already installed, it's already running, everything is available. So skipping. You have to reboot. Done that. And we are at Super F7. Super F7 is one of the key bindings. I've made the template. Oops, I've made a template. My choice now today is this one, VBox VGA. So figure out which one you need for your machine. You can try VM-SVGA. Let's try that. But this is the template, and I thought let's install ArcoLinux. But if I reread the text on the users on Discord, we're chatting right now, there is the need for Ubuntu, right? So he has a problem with, for example, Ubuntu, and then 20, let's have a look, which number? 2204 is probably gonna be 2404, but let's ask him. Should it be Ubuntu? So we have exactly the same thing, Ubuntu 2404. I suppose so. That's the last version that we have. Accept and visit. Just want to download, my friends. So we're in the blog, it seems. Where are the downloads? Ubuntu desktop. Download Ubuntu desktop. All right, probably this one. Check again. Yeah, let's discover and all that. Okay. 5.8 I have. That's not the smallest of the ISOs. Okay. 1 minute and 20 seconds been, and we have already something. No answer about my Ubuntu. So again, Ubuntu 2404. Is this correct? Voila. We get our ISO in. Can we prepare anything else? So yeah, I wanted to do an Arch installation, but delete all files. Let's do a clone from this one, and this is gonna be Ubuntu. So VM-SVGA is used to be my default, and we'll see, this is the version today. We have to be flexible, adaptable, and if things upgrade, upgrade, fine. We'll figure it out again, which are the settings have changed. There's one thing I can include in this video, which is super interesting. There is a basic and an expert. I was really lost in their new way of doing their settings, because in basic, you don't see the setting of VM-SVGA. You don't see this, right? If you do basic and you go to the display, nothing. If you click on expert, suddenly there is a drop down. So why making it more complex for people? Strange decisions over which we have zero control. All right. In the meantime, I suppose we're almost there. 30 seconds. That's nothing. And we've got ourselves an Ubuntu. The thing about VirtualBox is that if you go and venture your own way on VirtualBox, but then with Arch, for example, you need to have this one. That's the correct one. With this one, you do right Control F, full screen, and right Control F again, and it will know, hey, that's my real estate of screen pixels. And this one is not going to work for you. So the Nox version is included on Arch, on the ArcoLinux ISO. They use the Nox, get rid of it, install the VirtualBox guest utils, and that will work. We followed at some point in time, ArcoLinux followed the prescription, basically the recipe to build the ArcoLinux ISO with the application Arch ISO. And we noticed that we couldn't do Control F anymore. And later on we found out, hey, it's the Nox that's causing this. We need to go back to the old one. Well, what is old? This is the, what I would say, stable, and this is the latest version, the Nox, the nightly build. So make sure you have this, basically, bottom line. Right. And this is how we fill up the gap, right? Ubuntu, it's downloaded, go. So now I have two of them, Ubuntu, and we remove this one so it has all the space. Please start. Voila. And as you see, you have this display failure thing. These days, you can get rid of it like this. Delete finished notifications, toggle ascending and descending, and open notification center. So click it away, or decide to change the drop down and the graphical driver and see if it improves. That's the only thing we can do as end users. Let's go for Ubuntu and see if it's full screen maybe already on mine. So that's the goal, right? A new logo. Sure, why not? As long as you make the apps better. Well, let's have a look at Ubuntu. So the thing is Control F, right? Control F and Control F, making this bigger. Is this possible? Yes, no. I wouldn't bother in this thing. This is the live environment. Doesn't matter. 15 minutes later, we're on the real thing. On the real thing, it needs to be nice. Unless it's really too small, you can't click anything, but this looks good. Sure. That's of course super wrong. Belgian for me, thank you very much. Enter, yeah, okay. Next. An offline friendly selection of office tools. That should be interesting. Next. Normally I would install, but it's just a test here. Install anything to watch videos and sound and all that. Erase disk, sure. We have this, we have that, we have this. LVM, LVM, ZFS, ZFS, cancel, cancel. Experimental, they say. If you noticed, ZFS, experimental. So no, thanks. No experiments. Require my password to log in. Use Active Directory. Interesting for companies. And then next, install. Voila. Can we see it? Awesome. Let's be nerds, right? Mount run. You mount this, you mount that. And here's downloading from security Ubuntu. What's the name? Noble? Off it goes. Here's the rsync. That's something you should recognize from the installation of ArcoLinux. Kalan Mars at the very beginning is going to copy paste everything, basically nothing more than that. Rsync, sync everything from left to right, copy paste. Maybe I should pause the video, right? Look at that, right? Nice logo. Installed and ready to use. Sure, go. So, if you don't know the solution, look at all the parameters you can change in VirtualBox. And then look at all the parameters you can change inside the guest, whether it be Windows 10 or 11 or Ubuntu or Debian or whatever. There's just two options. Either it's the host, either it's the guest. Let's see. Yes, I'm Eric, and this is my very difficult password. And in Ubuntu, I suppose I have somewhere a settings button, but let's just be a user and have a look around. Okay, next. Ubuntu Pro upgrade is free for up to 5 machines. Security update for Arco Pro. Skip for now. I wonder if this is paid or not. Help improve, sure. Open center. Okay, so that's just this one, the app center. Here we're gonna install stuff. So PAMAC, Octopi, GNOME Software Center, something like that, right? A lot of choices, just clickable. Click, 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 and install. Sublime text is there. Code is there. Super interesting software. All around. Show apps is this. Okay, we have something more here. And now the settings. Settings, that's this icon. Display, that's that one. Orientation is gonna be this one. And apply. Keep changes. All right. So yes, you can go full screen. This is a pity. I don't like things like that on my thing, but you probably can. Change it, desktop icon settings. Say no, don't want them. Show the home folder by whatever, right? Clean thing. To each his own. This is, for instance, a little bit too big. I would like this to make this smaller. I suppose that's gonna be in the settings. So a lot of elements, dark style maybe. Power mode. This is lock or the settings, I suppose. We can move it about, make it bigger. Let's just click, let's be a user again. So yes, we can do Control F, right Control F, right Control F. It's full screen. And why is it full screen? Because you need to go inside the settings of the guest, right? The guest is Ubuntu, you go and set it and make it bigger. If you have tiling window managers, there's only one way of doing it, is working with Xrender. Xrender is going to show you the resolutions that is possible, and ARender is a helpful GUI for Xrender. It's another great tip. But basically you need to make it in ChatWM, i3, things like that. Tiling window managers, you have to set it yourself. You have to do everything yourself. This is a desktop. It has all kinds of things, right? Plasma is the same. It has so much settings that we don't use them all. Never use them all. And that's fun. It's just there if we need it. Screen blanking, 5 minutes. No, multitasking, hot corners, active screen edges, dynamic workspaces. Appearance, we've chosen for dark, we went for orange. We can go to this one. I suppose we see it at some point here in the folders. Let's see a little bit of color. Yeah. In the folders you see a little bit of color. Why not? The background a little bit more color again there. Little beast here. What's that? Nice, nice, nice. Ubuntu desktop. Position of icon, show, auto hide the dock. Here we have settings, right? Icon size, zoom. Much better already for me. The dock extends to the screen edge. Not bad. And then auto hide. And if we move away from it, oh no, move to it. Yeah, move to it. Then it's gone. That's actually nice, right? Primary position, tiling pop-up, show a list of tiling. Okay, so yeah, interesting. Online accounts, sharing, mouse touchpad, scroll directions the other way around. The settings keyboard. We have Belgian keyboard, that's good. Color, X-render, that's the word I'm talking about, right? Printers, accessibility, privacy, and system, and software updates. What happens if we click here? I get the software updater. System components. Okay. So we're being a user now. The question for the user is working, right? Control F on Qtile on Ubuntu 24.04. And the Snaps is installed, I see. Super, thank you. And if I really want to be a user, I would go in here. I saw already my application that I want to have at some point in time. So Opera, install. That's for this year. I want to learn that particular browser. Brave is there as well. I guess I have a few browsers because Chrome have that as well. Firefox have that as well. But then I am also working a lot in web design, so code, that's what I want. All right, that was working too. And install Sublime Text. All of these things are just necessary for me. There is Melt as developers that I like to have. There is Melt. Install that as well. And we're pretty much covered, right? Some browsers, some editors, something to help me. It's one thing, and that's rip grep. Snap packages, really. If you must, rip grep. Suppose that's more or less it. Control T, that's working. RG test. Seems to work, otherwise I would have told you, well, it's working. That's rip grep. Find something inside folders. And voila. That's the end of the video, guys. I could keep on playing with Ubuntu, of course, but no, I'm going back to Arch. and have my chat WM, in which I'm wondering if I should make another video. Can we install chat WM on Ubuntu? Well, what ifs always pop into my head, but time tight. Cheers for now. Have fun with Ubuntu and VirtualBox and ArcoLinux and in general with Linux. Cheers.